Hi, it's Paul of Paul Kelly Golf. Have you ever taken lessons or found a tip or practice and had it working really well at the moment and then took it onto the course and it just didn't work? You started playing worse and you abandon it. Well, that is the reason why your swing changes don't last, is because you abandon them. Now, this all seems very logical, but let me just give you a couple of scenarios. So I've got some friends of mine, I've been friends with them for 40, 50, 55 years, some of them. And we go out and every now and then I'll offer to give them a little tip. I see them struggling somewhere and I'll give them a tip and it will work great on the driving range. And then they get to the first tee, they make a swing. It didn't produce the shot they wanted. They topped it, they chunked it, they did something because they were a little bit confused about what they were doing. And then they go, that's no good. I'm going back to my own way. And the reason is that they got out of their comfort zone. And when you take a lesson or you make a swing change, I don't ever buy into the old adage that you're going to get worse before you get better. That's a cop-out. If you're making positive changes, you should see positive results right away. What happens is people get out of their comfort zone. So they abandon it, especially when they go out to play. And especially if you're a once a week or twice a week golfer, those are special times. You want to go out, you want to play good. So what happens is you take your swing changes to the course, it doesn't work, and you start thinking, oh, this is going to be a terrible score. I'm not going to play good. So you go back to your comfort zone, and your comfort zone was the swing that wasn't ever working for you. It's the reason that you shoot 100, 105, 110, 97, whatever it is you shoot. That's the reason, is that your normal swing is not working for you. But you don't want to get out of your comfort zone because you're afraid that you're now going to shoot a worse score. So that fear of shooting a worse score for a very short time prolongs your agony and your misery. So like I said earlier, some of these friends of mine I've been playing with for 25 and 30 years or more. And they're not willing to spend a couple of weeks to make a change to give themselves a long-term result. Some of them are still hitting the same slice they were when we all started playing back in the mid-80s. And some of us progressed a long way, and some of us didn't. And it's because they're just not willing to get out of that comfort zone, and they're so afraid of, but I'm going to shoot worse. So what? It's just a couple of games. Think of those decades that came after that you could have been playing good if you just stuck with the changes. And if you go onto a driving range before your game and things are working really good with your swing changes, and you go out on the course and you hit one or two shots that are not good, and you want to abandon them and come backwards into the comfort zone, ignore that. Just stick with it. And once again, I'll say it again, you don't have to get worse before you get better. You're just coming out of your comfort zone. So the gauge that I like to tell my students to use is, if your good shots are better than your good shots used to be, you're heading in the right direction. The frequency of those good shots will come over time. But if you're hitting shots that you couldn't hit before, or your bad shots are not as bad as they were before, you're heading in the right direction. Just stick it out. But you can't focus on score when you're making changes, because it'll make you abandon those changes and you'll go back to where you were. And if you like the content on this channel and you like to receive more of it, please hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, like the video, leave a comment or ask a question. I'll get back to you, and it'll help the channel grow, and it'll help you get more entertaining information. I'm Paul Kelly. Thanks for watching.